G'day, on this episode we'll be catching up with Heath Harris from Harris Entertainment at his Mount White property in New South Wales. We'll also be talking horse nutrition with Colin Price from Mitavite, and we have an exclusive look at a training session with Christy Connor. Stay tuned. Heath is one of the world's elite Liberty horse trainers with more than 40 years experience in the equine industry. Heath is well known for training horses for films, television and live entertainment shows. You can find some of his horses that he's trained in The Man from Snowy River, Racing Stripes, Far Lap, Black Stallion the TV series, The Legend of Zorro, and there's many more. Heath has been working more recently on his saddle range for his Hawkesbury River Saddle Company, as well as his Liberty horse training courses and the action-packed trick riding group, Girls, Girls, Girls.
Well, I reckon Heath will probably most likely be in his man cave. He'll be in there trying to make something, you know, staying out of the cold weather, avoid working horses, probably, you know, trying to stay away from Chrissy. I mean, that's where he's going to be.
Yeah, getting out of the paperwork. Well, we've got some pretty good questions here that we should hit him up with and put him on the spot, eh?
Yeah.
Let's go and find him.
All right. Yeah, I reckon that they're going to have to do a lot of beeping over this.
Oh, it's going to be classic. Oh, Dan. Hey, just look at this, mate. You remember this?
Oh, heck yeah. We laid this. I mean, this is our own, you know, sweat and tears. We got so far through it, and then he's like, oh, that brick there isn't quite right. You remember?
I just remember we were pretty awesome at paving. It looks a bit rocky up there, but...
That's only where you did.
I reckon we can claim that we built this place.
The whole lot.
Yeah, well, we're part of it.
From the foundation up.
Yeah, exactly. It all starts right here with the paving.
All right, let's go and get him. Hey boys. Hey mate, how you going?
Dan and Dan.
How you going, mate?
How the hell are you?
Good.
Good. What's happening?
We've got a few curly questions here for you.
Curly questions.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, they're
What's
It says questions for Heath.
A lot of people don't know, but you're the one that came up with the Double Dan horsemanship name. Up until then, it was just the Dan and Dan show, something real original.
Yeah.
Now, you came to us of a morning with it. Can you explain that to these guys?
What guys?
The guys hopefully, there's a couple million people watching through there.
Is there?
Hopefully.
Stage fright. Double Dan horsemanship.
How did that come
And we had a few drinks the night before and we're going blah blah yeah. That's what you normally do, and nothing came out of it. And, you know, and when I went to sort of, well, there's two of them. What's two? 1, 2. Oh, 2 Dans? No, that sounds crappy. And so, what's 2? Double. You think it sounds really simple, but I mean, it took a lot of brain. These 3 brains,
which we lacked
three
down in our
brains,
lap.
3 brains to come up with this, which was difficult. And finally, we came up with, I came up with Double Dan horsemanship, and I said, "What about that?" And they went, "Oh, yeah, okay." And just sort of, they ran out of ideas and said, "That'll do." and it works. It's great. Yeah. It's great.
We've got the fast version here, Heath. If you can do it, mate. These are the quick questions.
Straight off the top of your head,
right?
No thought.
Just jump at it, like quick as. All right. Nickname for Heath Harris.
Ra Alboida, keeper of the White Camel. That was given to me when I spent 6 years working in the United Arab Emirates, training racing camels.
Last book or magazine you've read?
Horse Deals.
Can't live without? Other than horse.
Oh, probably Chrissy.
You're going to fix that up now. Money and then secondly Chrissy.
Maybe, Chrissy.
Close second, Chrissy.
Pretty hard to get the job done without her. Yeah.
Yep. Have you got any other pets?
Dog.
Got a dog?
Dog. Really well trained.
Horse trainer?
Brian Buffhead. Head that big.
All right, if you could trade places with any other person for a week, famous or non-famous, living, dead, real or fictional, whom would it be?
Spider-Man.
Pretty much answered the next question.
Dan James. Oh, God, I don't know. That's a hard one. That one. There's just so many people I'd love to be. I think one of the great horsemen of the world was Podolsky. You know, he was incredible. What he could do in terms of, he was the king. Him and Nuno Oliveira, those sort of people. I'd like to be one of those. Yeah.
If you could be a superhero, what would be your superpowers?
My superpowers? Oh, I think I'd like to be like a magician, David Copperfield thing. You know,
magic.
Yeah, make things disappear. Like, can we go now? Disappear, guys.
Gone.
I'm out of here.
This is right. All right, we're nearly done, Heath. Bear with us. What's your favourite TV show?
Top Gear.
Ooh, movie.
Top Gear.
I don't think they have one.
Oh, that's Top Gun. No. A favourite movie, film that Kirk Douglas did years ago, way before its time. Incredible film. Lonely of the Brave.
Yep.
Seen that one.
Yep.
Favourite food?
I'm on a diet at the moment, so
everything
big
that's yummy.
Everything that's yummy. Anything yummy. Favourite food? I love my seafood. Yeah, oysters and stuff.
Favourite drink? I think I might know this one.
Yeah, I'm going to go with
really
red wine.
Good drop of red.
And holiday destination?
Mount White.
Love it. Every day's a holiday here.
Every day is a holiday, I can tell you that right now.
That's cool.
Booze up and be someone.
That's awesome. Hey, thanks so much, mate. We appreciate it.
It's been a pleasure. Thank you.
Yeah. No problem at all. And not too many questions next time.
G'day, here we are today with Colin Price from Mitavite and talk about some horse feed and what we at home use on our own horses. Colin, how are you?
I'm great, mate. Very well. It's good to be here.
Good.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, Colin, we get a lot of people ask us when we're on the road and when we're travelling how we keep our horses looking so good and how we get them focused in the shows. A big part of that is the feed that we put into them, but we don't always have the answers. Could you help explain a little bit of the science behind the product?
Sometimes it's a little bit confusing about how we feed our horses and why we feed our horses and how feeds are formulated. It's a sophisticated process and a scientific process now, not just in the way that we put the feeds together, but the processing of the grains and the protein meals to actually make them more digestible for the horse and make much more getting better value nutritionally for the horse.
What makes Mitavite the leaders in horse feed?
Well, I think it's a combination of things. It's research and making our feeds to a standard where people rely and depend on getting the same product in every bag of feed. It doesn't change. I think it's the fact we have secret herbs and spices, and that sounds a bit...
Like the kernels.
Yeah, like the kernels. And that really applies to the way we formulate our amino acids and hence the protein in a feed. And particularly at high performance levels or for growing horses, you'll find horses on Mitavite breeder don't get fat. They actually just maximise their genetic potential by growing with the height, getting balanced muscle and bone growth.
Really important when you're talking about growing young stock, isn't it? With not getting too fat when they're too young, it leads to a lot of health problems.
It does, yeah. You don't want overweight youngsters. It just stresses their joints and their bones, and causes all sorts of issues down the track.
All right, Colin. So, what about if somebody does come across Mitavite, is new to the horse industry? How could they go about researching what feed that they should be feeding for their horse?
It's quite easy, Dan. We have a really comprehensive handbook which not only gives you detailed information about each product that we have, but also gives you some of the really basic things for each category. This is available at feed stores. It's also can be downloaded off our website. It's there on a turn page file. So go to our website mitavite.com.au and click on handbook, and you can read every bit of information that's in here.
Leave it up to the experts, that's what I reckon, and it saves you time.
Yep, sure does.
Today we're going to catch up with Christy Connor and a training session here at the Double Dan Ranch. Christy Connor is a Triple Crown winner in 2010, which is the Marundi Challenge, the Corryong Challenge and then the Snowy River Challenge. She's won 2 saddles, 9 ladies challenges. She made the top 10 in the King of the Ranges, which is the first lady ever to do that, which included riding a bronc in the open final. She is the trick riding open freestyle Australian champion of 2010. We've got a good friend of ours here, the young Christy Connor. She's going to be doing some trick riding today, and I thought we might film that and give you guys a look there at home on a training session just before Equitana. G'day Christy, how you going?
Good, thanks Dan.
That's good. So you're getting excited about Equitana?
Yeah, pretty excited. It's the first time the trick riding's going to be there this year, so it should be a crowd and yeah,
yep.
exciting.
Yep, so what would be the most dangerous trick you're going to perform at the Equitana?
Ooh, I've got one. It doesn't really have a name, but it's the side drag, where you drag off the side of the horse around the entire arena and then get back up. So
that sounds pretty scary. Dan James thinks he's a bit of a trick riding expert. He's actually going to be judging there. How do you reckon he's going to fare as a judge?
I don't know. Judging would be pretty hard because all the girls, all the tricks are so different and it's sort of hard to determine which one's sort of better. So yeah, it'll be a hard job for him.
Yeah, he's going to probably think nobody's as good as himself, so that's going to be the hardest bit. I reckon he's going to score pretty low because he's going to say, I could have done better,
yeah.
But that's just Dan James. Okay, Christy, what are they looking for, the judges at the Equitana Trick Riding Championships?
Well, they're looking for your technical correctness, sort of how you get in and out of your tricks and how smooth it is, your showmanship, how you work your crowd and also your costumes.
Yep.
And how your horse travels as well. Like they're looking for speed and smoothness and not horses cutting corners and stuff like that. And yeah, just the difficulty of your tricks. How hard they are and how well you perform them.
I think Dan and I would have done quite well. Last year when we did a show in Perth, we did a trick riding bit of a demo there and we wore superhero costumes.
Okay.
I was, I think, Mr. Incredible and I can't remember quite who Dan was, but we performed it on a donkey.
Oh.
I think it was the first time ever.
Yep.
We came away with a prize. We competed against the Crack Up Sisters and we done pretty good. So I reckon if we maybe drag those costumes out, we might have a crack.
You might do well.
I see you have to be pretty fit to do this, rules me out. What I did notice though, your pony's pretty cool and he handles it really well. Can you tell us a little bit about him?
Yeah, well, this is Kenny. He's a 5-year-old quarter horse gelding, and he's owned by Heath and Chrissy Harris. But I've had him for the past 2 years to train him up and as a trick riding horse, and he's just he's a little legend. Nothing much seems to faze him, and he's got a good temperament. That's sort of what you need.
So how did you get involved in trick riding?
I saw some of the girls trick riding at Sydney Show one year, and when I went to work for Heath and Chrissy, then I sort of joined in some of the clinics there, and sort of learnt that way.
Well, that's awesome. Well, good luck for Equitana, and hope you do well.
Thank you.
All right, in the first piece of the ground control, we're going to work on lateral flexion. I've got a 2-year-old Australian stock horse filly here that's been sent to us for starting. We've got a rope halter on him. We've got a 10-foot lead.
and we're going to ask this horse to bend around to the near side shoulder. I'm going to throw my rope up over her withers here so it doesn't get caught up in the ground if she goes to move. When I take that nose for the first time, I'm not going to expect my horse to come all the way to the shoulder. Okay, now this filly has had some lateral flexion before, but we're going to pretend that she hasn't, and we're going to start her from scratch here. So I'm going to apply a little bit of pressure to her nose. Now as this mare starts to look in, I'm going to release the rein. Okay, I'm going to take a little bit more again. If she goes to move, I'm going to stay with her. There, I'm going to release the rein again. Now the ideal position for a nose to be in is here at the shoulder, okay, or at the point of the elbow. So I'm going to take my nose again, I'm going to bend her around. This time I'm going to hold it in here. Okay, as she's soft, we're going to release the rein. I never want my horses to pull that nose, so if she was to take that nose away before I'd released it, I would quickly take it back again and reassure her that I want her to stay here nice and soft and to be patient. Okay, then we're going to release the rein. Now what we do to one side, we must do to the other. Okay, so now we've changed direction on this mare. I've thrown that rope again over her wither. We're going to start her here. I'm just going to take a little bit of nose. Now as she looks in, I'm going to release that pressure. Okay, straighten her nose out. Going to apply a little bit of pressure, and as she gives, I'll give back to her. So now we've just taken her nose a couple of times just off centre. We're going to see if we can take this mare all the way to the point of her elbow. So I'm going to apply the pressure, take the rein to the point of the elbow. Okay, wait for her to soften, and then release the rein. Okay, so again, just stress to you that we do not want to release the rein while she is leaning on it or trying to pull it away. We'll only ever release the rein when she's soft to it. One more time here, pull her around to the elbow. She's just leaning on that a little bit. There she's given, and we let her release her head back. Okay, just a quick overview before we move on. We've been able to take this mare's nose to the left and to the right, taking it all the way to the point of the elbow. She's been soft, she's been patient before we've released her. Now we're going to move on to the next exercise.
All right, so we've got these mystery challenges that we're going to be doing each week, where we're going to rock off to decide who has to go about doing it. All right, here we go. Are you ready?
Yep.
Okay, 1, 2, 3.
Yes! I won!
So, best out of 3.
No, one off deal.
Come on, man, best out of 3.
That's it, I win.
All right, so stay tuned to check out what's going to happen.
For this guy.
Look tall, you actually downhill for him.
Yeah, that's what I was sort of more aiming, I guess, at the feed. Like I was thinking just the... Hey, whoa, yeah.
What?
Yeah, me too.
Oh, come on, guys. Oh, he's not here.
Alright, now those jokes aren't playing twice, right?
Yeah.
Action, hand. Let's go for the bloopers.
1, 2, 3.
No, you cheated at the same time.
You right now? You've got to keep all this stuff and put it on all the outtakes, all the movie takes, okay?